Hey guys.
Welcome back to another
Hi.
episode of Podcast.
Podcast.
For this month's episode, we have a special guest, Mrs Mary Seah.
We're super glad to have you with us, Mrs. Seah. So to start off, we're going to ask you some questions, warm you up, and just talk about school and this entire COVID-19 situation.
Okay.
Okay, so in the midst of this entire situation, how have you been?
Well, thank you for asking. I think that's the first question we ask anyone we see right now, especially people we haven't seen for a while. I've been okay. But like every human being, it's been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster ride for me, emotionally, and also in terms of work schedules and work habits.
But really, thank you for helping us through this entire period of time and keeping SOTA together through all of this. Really appreciate it.
I didn't do much.
I always
And all the
look forward to
teachers,
it.
everyone.
I always look forward to hearing your voice on the speakers in the morning. You know, always cheering me up.
Okay, I thought I sounded very serious. I don't know how to liven it up, so do bear with me.
No, it was good. It was good.
No, it was
Really
good. Yeah.
Actually, after taking the pledge, you can't change the tone very much. But it's good to see all of you, and it's good to occasionally hear about you from the teachers. And and the morning assembly series, I like that very much.
Oh, did you?
Yay! There's a lot more to expect. And your favorite music, we're producing a lot of music from our homes. So that's
Oh,
something we
yes.
had.
I've
Yeah.
seen one video where I think Rachel, you sang in with other music students.
Really?
Well, it's one of those
Another
videos.
one.
Okay.
Did you manage to see the video where all the men were inside the bathroom and we started singing the theme song from Lion King?
Lion King.
Yes. I thought, well, I don't know, Ewan, you didn't rehearse them.
I did not.
We
Quite pulled in at the last minute.
Quite honestly, Ewan was the liability of the group if it wasn't obvious from the video.
Okay,
Next question.
Phone was being very helpful on that video.
Yeah. Phone was leading everyone.
Yeah. Conductor.
It's hard to carry people, but I try my best.
Okay.
So we get like this time must be like really busy for you with everything that's going on. But do you have any like routines that you like to keep in your day, or things that you do throughout the day that's sort of fixed?
Yep. It's been busy it's a different sort of busy these days. We have a lot of online meetings, and there is also a lot of time where we spend working on larger pieces of work back end, because these larger pieces of work cannot stop. But whether it's a regular school day or HBL day, I normally start off my daily routine with breakfast. And I always want to encourage every student to do the same. I mean, have that habit of waking up and eating something, which is also routine. So for me, it's very simple breakfast where I don't have to think very hard. I just eat it for sustenance, and it gets me going for the day. So coffee is a must. Yeah.
Okay.
Coffee is a must.
Are you a live to eat kind of person or eat to live?
Wait, I have to spend a minute thinking of the difference. Eat to live or live to eat? Eat to live, yes. I'm not picky about food. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I normally get
so
it out of the
next-
way very fast.
So on to the next question. So like given that like our future right now, like there's not a lot of certainty given like our situation, and there's really like we really can't be sure about anything like in the near future. But we were just wondering like what excites you or like motivates motivates you right now, and like what are you looking forward to despite like the current situation?
I think for me, it's in this period of time, it's quite easy to feel down. It's quite normal and natural to sometimes wake up and say, oh, right, you know, it's so bleak. And whatever we read about in the news, we hear about is it's going downhill. It's not positive. But I think what really gets me hopeful and up in terms of spirit would be the people that I lead and the people that I care about. So if because of what I say or do, they feel a little bit happier for that day, they feel a little bit stronger for the day, they feel that they are able to cope with this current situation, it makes me feel good. And so I look forward to how the sustained period of being away, you know, distance from everyone, and yet being able to keep in touch, how it plays out in the long run because of the words I say or because of my actions. That gives me hope and that keeps me going. Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, what's motivating for the rest of you guys, like at home?
Oh. Having a schedule, I think that's very important for me. I need to plan things throughout the day to do, and that keeps me going.
I think I'm just looking forward to when like this is over, and like June, like if I really want to be back, like in school, back to normal in June. So yeah, I don't know, like during May, I'm also trying to keep like a routine and like study up as much as I can, because if not, like if I literally do nothing for a month, I will lose my mind. So I'll try and like stay focused on school. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I'll probably try and like, oh.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
but
I'm
I'll
sorry.
probably-
I'm sorry I cut you off. Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry. I think I'll probably, like what Rachel and you had said, probably keep to a schedule. Because I feel like for me, like most important thing is trying to stay consistent to that schedule. Because if I don't have a schedule, I'm probably gonna waste the day.
Yeah. What's motivating me is I'm trying to make sure that every performance I have left in the year, I'm gonna try and make it my best, because it is our last year.
Considering the current situation of the
share.
circuit breaker, Mrs. Seah, I was wondering, how do you keep in such great shape?
What do you mean?
Just off the top of my head, like what are you doing to maintain such great
Fitness.
shape?
Like, do you have any
Okay,
health
I'm
or
not-
like fitness routine?
I'm not the best example of fitness, and I think you have got teachers who are truly inspiring, who, you know, keep the whole SOTA community going by having those yoga sessions and other fitness sessions where people can join. So I haven't been able to join any of these, but I hope. But I've been taking walks, yeah, but not enough.
That's a
you
good
know.
way.
Yeah, but it's not enough. So how do you guys keep fit and alert and focused in this period?
A group of us in our cohort, we actually have like
A group chat.
we have a group chat where we'll get on Zoom and we'll exercise together.
Is this Marissa's group?
Oh, no, it's not Marissa's group. Marissa's
We
group
wish.
is another example though.
Okay.
So, in your time in SOTA, what were the most like defining moments of your journey so far?
Okay, well, usually defining moments are defined by either extreme happiness or an extreme crisis. So I am trying to think of one of each. I think, well, I would like to say that one defining moment, a positive one, was final assembly last year, when I joined some of you for that final assembly performance. Yeah, so thank you for involving me. I am not,
I remember that.
That's so
I'm
cute.
not
That was
good
really
at
cool.
acting.
On stage.
Yeah,
It was really
on
funny.
Oh, you were great.
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
so funny.
I managed it simply because you guys wrote such an easy script for me to follow, and a lot of the lines were very natural to me. So thank you very much for involving me in that. I really enjoyed myself that way. I was
Thank you,
surprised
Mrs.
by
Seah.
myself. I grew. Yeah.
Thank you for being involved.
We haven't had a principal like perform with us.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
No,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a big deal.
Okay, I'm not sure what else I can do, but I'm not going to promise very much beyond this. Yeah, maybe I'll talk about a defining moment where we had to handle, crisis and things like that.
Mm.
I would say COVID would be the other defining moment of being here in SOTA. So this is my second year in the school. I was all hopeful of starting 2020 on a very positive note. But then COVID came, and COVID kind of derailed most of our plans, and we had to really learn to live and work in a very different way. So through COVID, I think there were many decisions I had to make. Some were very drastic ones, some less so. And for each of these decisions, I often had to explain them, to either the students or the teachers or the parents. I think even when there were disagreements, I think I felt most people were with me in the SOTA community as we made those decisions, and we decided to go with some of them. So I would say, even though COVID is not a pleasant situation, but I think a lot of good has come out of it. Yeah.
So we were also quite curious about like what's different to you about managing SOTA as compared to like other schools? Like what
I think
we
I think it's the people, the makeup of the SOTA community. So I was leading an all-girls school. I really, really miss that as well. I mean, I really enjoyed leading the girls, being some kind of a counselor or a guide to them. And I mean, I kind of miss that very much. I hope they miss me as well. But
I'm sure
anyway,
they do.
so that's one difference, in SOTA. The other difference in SOTA is that I find you guys very expressive and very spontaneous. And that sense of student-initiated empowerment is very, very high. Maybe because, unlike TKGS, we have 17 and 18-year-olds in our school now, right? I mean, in SOTA. So you guys are a bit older, and it's a co-ed school, although we have more girls than boys. But I really, really enjoy the expressiveness. You guys are very warm. You just open yourselves very naturally to sharing your feelings. You express yourselves very, very candidly most of the time. Sometimes I may have to kind of temper it a little bit, but most of the time I find it acceptable, and I find it very easy to get to know you. Yeah. So thank you for that. Yeah.
That's nice to hear.
For our last question, we just wanted to ask you, do you think you would become a principal when you were younger? Did you ever envision that?
No, not at all. So a little bit about myself. I am an extreme introvert. If I could work from home, if I could stay home this period of time, I'd be most happy. But the strange thing is I have not been able to do that because I need to be in school every day. But if I could have my own me time, I thrive on that quite a lot. So I'm an extreme introvert. Having to lead a school requires you to really step out of the comfort zone. So I never really wanted to be a principal, but somehow along the way, I think there were many signs, there were many things that led me to do what I do, and I enjoy what I do. So I think I become a better person because I have to step out of my comfort zone. Yeah.
I would never imagine that you were an introvert.
Oh.
So if you don't mind me asking, like, what do you usually do in like your me time? Like when you're like on your own, like what do you usually like to like do?
Okay. So I have 3 kids and husband.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I tell people I have 4 kids in total. I like to spend time with them. I like to spend time with them at home. So in some ways it's me and a little bit extended of me.
Okay.
But if I'm absolutely on my own, I have recently picked up my instrument again and started practicing.
Wow.
Which is the
and
violin, if
with the
we're
violin,
not wrong.
yes, yes.
Mm.
I don't play that very well, so please don't ask me to play anything difficult. But
Okay.
I do look forward to spending the time with my violin on my own. So I do that. I like to read. I don't like movies very much. Neither do I listen to pop music. But I listen to a lot of classical music. And when you listen to a piece of classical music, because it's typically long, you know,
Mm.
4 movements, it takes up
Mm.
time, and you know, I could do that for extended periods. Yeah, and of course study the scores and read about the historical context. Yeah, so that's what I do. I don't
That's so
really,
cool.
not very interesting in terms of
That's
hobbies.
so
But
interesting.
No,
Okay.
it is
Yeah,
interesting.
that is really cool. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so now I'm just going to explain the game which we're going to be playing with Miss Mary Seah. So on screen, there will be phrases or words.
Okay.
So there'll be phrases or words which are slang that you might typically hear in a conversation every now and then. So Miss Mary Seah, when we flash up a phrase such as "let's get this bread," you will have to guess what it means.
this is really tough.
We can use it in a sentence.
Okay, yeah, you have a couple of
so-
lifelines. You have a couple of lifelines. You have you have
I have a
phone.
lifeline. I can ask a
Yeah.
friend.
You can you have phone your children. Use it in a sentence.
So this is the first question, is it? Let's get
Yeah,
this
this
bread.
is the first.
Yeah, let's get this
Mm.
bread.
Why don't you start by presenting the context? A longer sentence.
Okay.
I will try. If I can't, then I'll use the lifeline.
We're going to work and I'm feeling very tired. So my friend tells me, Rachel, let's get this bread.
Yeah. And it motivates you.
So, and it's supposed to motivate you, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you another context if you would like.
Okay.
She
Yes.
already used her.
I'm working a difficult 9-to-5 job serving drinks at a Carl's Jr. And on my break, I look at myself in the mirror, sweating, and I go, Adam, don't give up. Let's get this bread.
That was pretty good.
You're such a
Okay.
drama queen.
I love it.
Okay, I will try. Does it
Okay.
mean? So I will try and explain what I think it means. Is it?
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really not confident
Okay.
about this, but okay. I think
Okay.
I don't know. Bread refers to something which is fairly fairly typical staple. So does it mean that let's get this important but mundane thing done? I'm not sure.
Okay, that's pretty close.
It's like you're
The
saying
definition
like.
is
Oh,
the
come on,
definition
fine.
is oh wait. The
It's just
definition
basically
is
to make money.
earn money.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earn money. Okay.
Yeah, so if someone were to get bread, they are earning money.
Okay.
But what you said isn't too far off. It's just that bread does refer to money.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
Mrs. Seah, right now you are getting this bread technically. Right now. Okay, next one.
So the next phrase is to pop off or go off. So let's
Isn't
say
like they're interchangeable.
yeah, they
I
are.
mean,
Okay, for example,
Does Mrs.
I
Seah
tell-
want to use the lifeline?
Phone. You can
Right.
phone a child. You can phone your children.
Okay, I will try.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, great.
Okay, child number 1 is not picking up.
Oh my goodness.
We'll move on to child number 2.
This is why you have several children.
Didn't know this,
Good
right?
games.
Yeah.
What if that's actually the name of a children?
Right.
Child 1 and
Child
child 2.
number 1.
Right. Okay, I am on this this recorded session with my students at SOTA. They are putting me through a quiz of typical teenage slang. So I can't solve the second one. Can I ask you? And you can help me? What does pop off and go off mean? Pop off, stroke, go off. What does that mean? Very, very sure that this is the correct answer. You're not sure? Okay. Okay, right. Okay, I shall try. Okay, just get Cayman ready for the next question. Okay, bye. Okay, she's not sure, but she thinks it means triggered.
Something
Not
like that.
bad.
Actually,
I think it can
Yeah,
be used in that
kind of,
context.
kind
She
of.
gets it. She gets it.
We'll give you
It's
that one. We'll
like,
give you that
yeah.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
good job.
Okay, how
The
many more are
definition
there?
we put down is
Just
to
one.
excel.
We'll just do one more.
Yeah.
To
three more.
excel.
Mrs. Seah needs to go.
Okay, yeah, we'll just do one.
Okay, so to excel.
Yeah, to excel.
So pop off or go off is to
Yeah.
excel.
But
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
is
also
also,
sounds like
I
if
got
you
a
get into-
100 on my test. Pop off, and someone tells me
Yeah,
pop
like
off.
Rachel
You know.
popped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rachel
oh, I
popped
didn't
off.
know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
but I
Okay.
think
The last
your
one, then we have to
definition
let
could
Mrs.
work
Seah
as well.
go. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of the same.
Okay.
All
The
right.
last phrase is no cap.
No cap. Okay, no cap to no
No
limit.
cap.
Yeah,
Does it mean-
like,
Okay, like we
Okay.
have to stay at home. No cap.
That's such a bad example. It's so vague. It's so vague.
Like,
You have no choice.
It-
Is that right?
no, it's like, yo, are you for real? Then someone responds with,
No
Yeah,
cap.
I am. No cap.
Yeah, I am. No
Oh,
cap.
right.
yeah, it means
Okay.
like cap as in like a cap on the lies. Like there's no cap, like you're being like completely honest, like
Okay.
100%.
Well,
Yeah,
this
it
is
means without a
Without
doubt.
a
without a
doubt.
doubt.
Without
Okay.
a doubt.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you are
Okay.
our principal. No cap.
Yeah, no cap.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
No choice.
Okay. No choice.
So we just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to record
so
this with
much.
us.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
thank you for involving me in this.
No, thank you for
Yeah.
agreeing.
Okay.
so
Thank you
much,
very
Mrs.
much, guys.
Seah.
Okay,
Have a good day,
thank
Mrs. Seah.
you.
Take care of
You
yourself.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.